Today we took a drive down to Blountville, Tennessee to Appalachian Caverns, a local cave, to see if their mystery rock buckets are worth your time and worth your money. Let's dig in. Appalachian Caverns has a couple of different types of mystery rock buckets or bags. They have some that you can do on site at the cave, or you can do what I did today and get the buckets to go. They have some different price points. Their high-end one, I believe it's the highest end one, is $65. They only had one left today, and it looked like it had a couple of tumbled rocks on the top. And because I'm a big fan of tumbling my own rocks, I didn't want to grab that one. So I got two of the $35 buckets. They've also got 20 and I believe even 10. They also have different themed ones. I got one that's not themed, it's just rocks. There's some also fossils thrown in. They do have completely fossil themed buckets, and they also have beach themed buckets, which I think looks like, from what I can see of them, they're in like beach sandcastle buckets, and they've got starfish on top. It looks like they probably feature a lot of shells and shark teeth. So let's see if these $35 buckets are worth the price. I'm gonna pour a portion of this bucket out onto our tray. I think this is probably going to be the easiest way for us to see what's in it. And I might grab a spray bottle so we can wash some of these off as we go. This is a really pretty one right off the bat. I believe this is a tree agate. Really excited about this one. It's got some really pretty quartz pockets. I can see this one from the top. It's a good hunk of clear quartz. Not a full tower, but it's a good sized little chunk. Here's part of a geode. Good little quartz pocket in there. Some light pink rose quartz. Here's part of a shell fossil. Over here's some nice amethyst. It's got a good point to it. Good purple coloring in the middle with some nice clear on the top. I think this might be adventurine. I'm gonna put it in the need to identify pile. Here's a few more shell fossils. This is probably clear quartz. It might be chalcedony. Another one we need to wash off. Oh, wow. I told you there might be some fossils in here. That's a cool one. Fossils aren't my main specialty. They're not what I'm interested in the most, but this is a cool piece. Some more rose quartz. A couple more shell fossils. A little piece of petrified wood. This one's pretty cool. There's another one just like it. I'm seeing a lot more little fossilized shells on top. I'm gonna try to just grab a couple of those, get them out of here. More petrified wood as well. Thought this was a tooth at first. We've got some fossilized coral. Another piece, I believe, of petrified wood. I believe this is a little hunk of pyrite, also known as fool's gold. This looks like another piece of tree agate. Now I'm gonna grab my spray bottle because we're getting to some dirtier rocks and I want to see their true color. I've got the spray bottle. And of course I'll wash all of these rocks afterwards. Well, it didn't really clear anything up for me. This is one I'll have to identify later. All right. Still on bucket number one. All right. Now the bucket's empty. If you can see all the way down. Looks like we've got some big ones in this half. There's a really pretty amethyst cluster. I love this white part on the back, but it's very pretty. I'm gonna wet this one. I know what it is, but I sort of want you all to see the color because I think this one is so cool. This is a Miriam stone, is what it's called. It is a fossil despite the really bright color, which I, at least, don't associate with fossils. But that's vegetation in there. Vegetation and a few other things maybe. But it's sort of a maroon color with bright yellow. Really, really pretty. Really unique looking stone. Fossil. This might be an agate. I'm gonna call it an agate. This definitely seems like chalcedony and not quartz. Very pretty. Really unique shape. Really pretty color to this one. Really bright turquoise color. I don't think it's turquoise, but we'll identify it here in a little bit. Very pretty quartz on top. I'm not sure what this color right here is. I don't know what you'd call this color quartz, but then it looks like a layer of chalcedony. I'm not seeing any agate banding. Actually, let me look a little closer. Oh, there is a little bit. I'm not sure if you guys can see it on here. Let's see if I can get it to focus. I don't know if you can see the banding. It's very lightly there. Really pretty piece. I won't tumble this one. I think it's pretty enough as is. I would guess this one to be green aventurine. It's a little darker. It's more of a foresty green that I'm used to seeing. A much brighter green for aventurine. So we'll definitely make sure to identify this one and I'll let you know. Another nice shell fossil. Sunstone. I think. May need to look that name up again. this is just quartz or quartzite. This looks like the other half of, or at least another part, this little formation. Actually, they're kind of different colors, but it's very similar in the shape. Formation. There's a little bit of banding in there, so I believe I'm right about that chalcedony identification, because we're getting a little bit of agate indication right here. Some more shells. Pull some of these shells and fossilized wood out. Oh wow. I'm gonna guess this is coral, fossilized coral. I don't have anything like this. That's interesting. I'm gonna guess more coral. There's a little arrowhead. I don't know how I feel about these. I know there's so many faked arrowheads. These may be authentic. I may not know what I'm talking about. Again, not my area of expertise. But I know there's so many faked ones. I don't know if they're fake. I'll probably end up giving this to my niece or nephew instead of holding on to this one. Now here's an interesting rock. And I'll be honest, I have no idea what this is. I'll try to put these names on the screen for you so I don't have to go back and tell you, and you can see them in real time. You don't have to keep track and scroll to what you want identified. But some really neat striping there. We've got a lot of green right here and here. We've got a little bit of almost a peach color through here. I don't have anything like this one either. Interesting. Here's a crowd favorite. Spray this one off so you can see the effects, but here's some tiger's eye. This looks like some jasper to me. More this really bright turquoise color. I'm gonna guess it's the same as this stone. Very light. Very, in the middle doesn't look blue. I'm gonna have to let you know about these. This looks like some more amethyst. That one will be good to tumble. Let's see. I think this is probably rose quartz. Very, very light pink. I'm not even sure if that pink will show up on camera. Some clear quartz. Coral fossil. I believe this is another shell fossil. Pull out some more of these shells. Lots of shells, which are very cool. But not what I'm most excited about. There we go, some nice looking shells. Now this is a, I believe, very, very pretty piece of smoky quartz. Not sure about this one, very glassy looking. I think it's probably quartz, but could be some type of calcite. What do you guys use to identify rocks? Feel free to let me know. I've tried to find, not that all of these are from around here in Northeast Tennessee, but I've seen a lot of people recommend getting field books because I live on the border of Northeast Tennessee, Southwest Virginia. I've tried looking for these, have not found any really good ones. So if anybody has any suggestions, let me know. I'd love to have some books local to the area, but I've had a lot of trouble finding any that are not so area focused. I've seen some on Northern Virginia, but I'm in Southern Virginia. So if you have any suggestions, please let me know. Again, nice shells. Nice petrified wood. Here's some jasper. Another shell. Petrified wood, shell, coral. More coral. Some nice quartz. Looks like a jasper to me. Some really vibrant blue. Another arrowhead. Shells. Lots of shells in this one. I think this one is not pyrite. There's another name. I'll try to put it on the screen for you. All right, I'm going to roll through, make sure we haven't missed anything significant, and then I'll show you all the rocks that we got out of this bucket together. Here are the results from bucket number 1. Overall, I'd say pretty good. Decent haul. Pretty pleased. All right, we are ready for bucket number 2. I'm gonna go ahead and pour this out on our other tray. We'll compare, see which bucket's better, and if this one's also worth your money. Or was the last one a fluke? Let's see. We have another little geode part. Very pretty, very sparkly. We've got some quartz. I'm seeing a little bit of purple up at the top. I think you can probably see that on camera. So I'm thinking this is an amethyst, although there's a lot of gray at the bottom. Could be smoky quartz, and that purple's just an illusion. Very pretty piece. Some blue apatite. Some more quartz. Now this one for sure is an amethyst. Look at the little shard there. Another little quartz piece. Looks like it was an geode. Let's spray this one. Still can't tell much about this one. Oh, this one's pretty. Huh, that's strange. On this side, it almost feels plasticky. And it's super shiny. Almost like it was glued or something odd. But I don't think it was. I think it's just the way it's formed. It's not like that on this side. Not nearly as shiny on this side either, but the matrix rock is pink, which is pretty cool. Nice little quartz cluster, very pretty. Dainty. All right, I'm really not seeing a ton more. Hopefully we have some big things towards the bottom of this one. Here's a little spray off this blue crystal. Excuse my dirty hands now. Oh, wow. That is beautiful. Hopefully that picks up on camera well. But really pretty blue. Almost looked like it was dyed. I don't think it was, but I assume this is a quartz piece. I don't have anything like this. Really beautiful. We have some really good finds in the second half of our bucket, because right now it's looking a little disappointing. Not that we haven't gotten some cool rocks, but it's a lot fewer rocks. Okay, so here is dump number 2 of bucket number 2. So right off the bat, that's a good find. A good little clear quartz structure. I like it when they're in their natural state like this. Very pretty. Here are our two rock bucket hauls side by side. Bucket number 1. And bucket number 2. I think you can tell just by looking at them, we definitely got more in bucket number 1. We did get a lot of fossils that took up a lot of room on here. Oh, forgot our little trilobite in bucket number 1 as well, which makes it only more obvious. We definitely got a lot more in bucket number 1. Bucket number 2 is a lot fewer. Maybe some of these stones are a little more valuable. I'm not really sure how they decide what goes in what bucket. I kind of assume it's random, and maybe we just got to sort of got a fluke on this one. Full disclosure, I've done the bigger buckets, the $65 buckets, a few times from Appalachian Caverns, and I've really only had good experiences with them. So I say this bucket number 2 is probably just a fluke of being a good bit less. And we did get some really good stones in there that I'm very happy with. So no complaints there. Are these worth your money? You can decide. But I would say yes. Definitely worth $35. And even still, if you bought a lot of these individually, you'd probably end up paying close to, in bucket number 2, if not more than $35. And in this one, I'd say 100%. You're getting more than your money's worth. So I'm very happy. Let me know what you all think. Do you like these rock mystery buckets? Have you ever done one? Did you have good experiences? Did you have bad? I'm interested about, I've seen people selling some of these on the internet. I'd be interested in trying, so if you have any suggestions there of where to get these, I'd be happy to try those out for you as well, and let you know if they're worth your time and money as well. I think these rock buckets are a lot of fun. If you don't know what you're looking for in the rocks that you're looking to collect or the rocks you're looking to tumble, I think these rock mystery buckets are a really fun way. It's also a great way for new rock collectors to get into rocks and get a big variety of rocks right off the bat. You learn a lot. If you get that rock identifier app that I talked about, you can really learn a lot from these rock mystery buckets. So I had a lot of fun, and I do think they're worth it. Let me know if you've ever picked one up. I'd be happy to hear about it. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.